Right then. So let's get right to the news. Blizzard rolls out Battle.net voice chat starting with Overwatch. This comes by way of Engadget. They're talking about this. Excuse me. They're talking about this. Excuse me. They're talking about this brand new voice chat option coming to what they call Battle.net. And when you have an objective based shooter like Overwatch is going to be, voice comms becomes very important. You can get away with it in a lot of other types of games. You know, you don't have to have it with games like Battlefield, although it does help because of all the call outs and stuff. It works for, you know, COD. You don't need voice comms that much. People just rage anyway. Tribes, you don't need voice comms. You can just VG everything. But we got these objective-based shooters. Voice comms really helps a lot. And I think it actually came up during Elohim's reveal of Overwatch, and I was kind of surprised at their answer, but this contradicts the answer. Somebody asked, are they going to add voice comms to Overwatch? And they were like, no, there's no current plan. I think that the way they worded it was say, there's no current plans for Overwatch voice comms. You can just use your built-in voice comms program of choice on PC. You know, the standard answer, which includes TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, Mumble, and of course Discord. And for the 5 people using Skype, don't be a broom. Use Discord. Okay, now I gotta say, I don't know how this is gonna go. Because if I recall correctly, didn't WoW have voice chat for a while? Doesn't WoW still have voice chat that nobody uses? I could have swore it did. I'm not a WoW aficionado, but I could have swore it did. But the fact that they're rolling out, excuse me, across entire Battle.net makes it more appealing. And with games like HOTS, Heroes of the Storm, it becomes much more important. Now, games like StarCraft, you really don't need it. WoW, people, you know, are ingrained in Ventrilo and TeamSpeak in that community, and a lot of them are moving toward Discord. And it's amazing that they're kind of late to this train. But I can imagine why there's a lot of reluctancy to do this, because there's a lot of venom and a lot of vitriol and a lot of just potent, nasty people that tend to proliferate across voice comms. I'm looking at you, CSGO, where people just purposely try to ruin your day. They don't care about the game. They just want to troll and get laughs out of you. You are their entertainment, not the game. So I can see that why there was some reluctancy for Blizzard to do this over the years, especially across all of Battle.net. And it presents a lot more challenging support and harassment issues, where if there's some harassment going on or something specific to the fact that's related to voice, you know, they don't have really, you know, they may not have a log of that activity, you know, whereas with text, they can just look at their logs. So it's gonna be one of those things, man. I'm glad they're adding it. I hope they can handle it, and let's hope it's not crappy voice quality, like some games out there. Check it out, guys. Over, guys. You got details over there. Now, next story, we're gonna move on to some tech news. We're not letting the gaming news today. Y'all know that site called Pandora? They like came out many years ago. It was like revolutionary. They had like the Music Genome Project, where we can track the DNA strands of music, and we can use said DNA strands to predict what kind of songs you could possibly listen to based on these complex DNA strands. We are Pandora. We are the future. You know, they came out and they were just like wowing people because you just picked an artist or a song you like and they just played music just like it. It was revolutionary. It was like, wow. It's like, you know what I want to hear. And it's usually hit or miss. But Pandora's been going through a lot of woes and a lot of just crap with the RIAA. Holy shenanigans. They have been going through it. And I've been supporting Pandora probably for the entire duration that they started charging up until like a year ago. That's when I canceled my subscription because I wanted to help them fight the RIAA. I didn't use their service that much. I just wanted to give them money because this is nuts, man. The RIAA has been harassing them for licensing fees for years. For years. So finally, hopefully, possibly, maybe this 90 million this 90 million truce or deal with the RIAA will just get them to just shut up and leave them alone. Cause I legit don't like the RIAA. I don't. There's about 105 reasons I don't like the RIAA, and very few of them have to do with their business practices. It's just how they conduct themselves. You know, it's just as a body they just suck. Let's just put it bluntly. They just suck because they have valid claims. The RIAA always, from the day one, have had valid claims. It's just the way they've been doing it, man. They go and sue 5-year-olds. It's like, hey, this little kid downloaded some music. Take him to court. Sue him for $5 million. I'm like, come on, man. Wheelie. It's just do stuff like that, man. It's just low and disgusting. So let's hope Pandora is going to come out of this successful because, granted, man, it's a good service and it paved the way for a lot of similar services. I mean, we got RDO out right now. We've got Spotify. We've got Xbox Music. We've got all Apple Music, all these streaming music services that have sort of a similar thing where you can create radio stations based on what you listen to. The Music Genome Project, where we take the strands of the DNA of music and we create dynamic playlists based on your musical taste. You know, check it out, guys. Over, guys, I got details. Now, let's talk about Blackberry. Blackberry. You guys remember a few days ago I was talking about how Blackberry was, they said that if they don't make any profit in the next year that they're going to get out of the hardware business. Well, it looks like BlackBerry's going to get out of the hardware business. They're selling this brick for $699. This boat anchor with a removable, or not removable, but an exposed keyboard, they're selling this thing for $700. The BlackBerry Priv. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna hit those numbers for this quarter. I mean, for this year. I think BlackBerry's going out of hardware, but what in the world were they thinking with this design? I mean, look at this. I thought we were over the physical keyboard phase. I thought we got over that. You know, there was some reluctance. People were like, "Oh, Apple sucks. They're making me," and then, you know, eventually all the Android products came out with virtual keyboards. They're like, "Oh, this is the best thing in the world. Apple sucks still." What is this brick? What did it? BlackBerry's opened up pre-orders for this first ever Android smartphone. The curved screen sliders that's better known as the Priv. The move comes just a day after the spec list was leaked on the company site. In fact, American BlackBerry fans will be able to pre-order the device for $699 starting today. UK users are going to pay £559. $899 CDN for Canadians. Is this $1,000 phone for you guys? I mean, seriously. I don't. They're not going to meet their numbers. I mean, with turds like this coming out of BlackBerry, no, they're not going to be profitable this year. And I go, like I said, I'm going back to that story where the CEO said, if we're not profitable in the next year, we are going to get out of the hardware business. Well, toodaloo, BlackBerry, you guys are going out of the hardware business because nobody's going to buy this crap. This is bad. This is BADDE. Bad. I wouldn't touch this with a 9,000-kilometer pole. Would not. I went metric on you. I sure did. Check it out, guys. Over on the guys. You got detail over. And finally, we are going to talk about something that made me happy today. I smiled after I read this. I was like, it was one of those grunt smiles. You ever had a grunt smile where you get so happy that you just like grunt like a tiger? It's just like, it was one of those grunt smiles. The FCC has flipped tables. Woo! The FCC will turn the tables. They're going to publish telemarketers' numbers. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. In the report published on Wednesday, the Federal Communications Commission, otherwise known as the FCC, revealed it will publish weekly data on telemarketers and robocallers derived via complaints via the public. Among the data will be the number with which the spammer or unsolicited company calls, with the idea being that the developers and others can use the data for aiding consumers and blacklisting the numbers. Oh, yes. Perfect. This is this. Now, I mean, the blacklist part is the best part because you could just take this number, and I'm sure somebody's going to write an API to pull this automatically, write it to a database so that your application can write it to their database so that they can pull it into your phone application and automatically block what we call automatically block the FCC blacklist. Raymond Reddington would be proud. This is a really, really good thing, man. The FCC made me grunt smile today, and I don't grunt smile very often. I got like 3 this year. I can't remember the other 2, but I think I got like 3 grunt smiles this year, and this is definitely one of them. The phone numbers will be made available on the Commissioner's Consumer Help Center website. The FCC already has one spreadsheet with numbers on the website right now. It's going to be a CSV file, so import away, man. Import it into your apps. It's going to be comma separated values. It's going to be beautiful. Check it out, guys. If they do fake numbers, then so what? You know what? I don't care. I'm just glad that the FCC is taking this stance on this because, I mean, that's the obvious thing is that these spammers are probably going to start spoofing numbers. They're probably going to start doing that, which is probably going to generate some more investigations, which if they put the crackdown on that, I will be even happier because this practice, man, this unsolicited call garbage and just infestation, there's no justification for it. I've heard people try to justify unsolicited calls, telling me that I'm helping you by telling you about an offer that you didn't know you want, but now you know you want it. I have a bridge to sell you. It rhymes with styrofoam. I don't know. Check it out, guys. They got the details over there on /gear about the FCC taking a turn on the tables, flipping them tables on the telemarketers that are unsolicited. They're going to publish their information. Und that's the news. All right. Woo! Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's the news. How long was that? That felt like about 10, 20 minutes. Yeah, that was about 20 minutes. We're going to publish that, guys. We're going to clip that out. Oh, crap. I upgraded the wrong thing. We're going to clip that out. And, yeah. 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 Yeah.